Well, let's talk about dealers as a whole there. Dealers as a whole has always been resistant to change. We do things this way because that's the way we've always done it. And there's always better ways to do things. And we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of that sometimes too. And as much as I try not to be, sometimes it just becomes easier to do it the way you know how to do it rather than find a more effective way or more efficient way to do it. And what COVID brought to everybody is said, hey, if you don't change, you're going to die. And not necessarily die physically. And there was some that did, very unfortunately, but we had to change the way we did business fundamentally. And we had to, rather than drag someone into the store, find ways to go see them at their place of business or their home or their safe place, whatever that may be. And we just happened to be in the car business, and people's automobile really became their safe zone. Pull up to pick up pizza and they'd open the trunk and somebody put the pizza in the trunk and there'd be no contact there and whatever else. And drive-throughs went crazy. And as long as it was in their vehicle or in their home, they felt safe. And so we shifted to how do we allow customers to stay with their vehicle or with their home, either with us bringing them a vehicle because they have an issue with theirs, we need to sell them another vehicle, or if we need to service theirs, whatever it may be. And we really ramped up. We was already doing mobile business before pandemic, mobile service, but that really allowed us the opportunity to really ramp that up and bring it to a whole new level. So we really capitalized on mobile service, but the foundation was already there. And then pickup and delivery and remote deliveries. When we thought we had to have that wet signature on a contract to sell somebody a vehicle, we found out there's ways to overcome that. And one thing, car dealers have always been resistant to change, but they've also been very resilient. We survived through recessions and we survived through all those things. Once they realized that we had to change, we then became very resilient and have cleaned up our business and thrived on the other side of this, or as we come out of this. I'm not going to call it the other side yet, but as we come out.
Sure.
But it allowed us to strengthen our business because we did not lay off anybody, and thankfully we didn't have to, we was allowed to stay open because we was considered essential. And business dropped from drive up business slowed down. I can't say it stopped, it slowed down.
Sure.
So we had to increase the amount of mobile that we was doing, but there was also people here that we may not have had enough business to keep them busy, and we just redirected what they do. And that's where the level of trust comes into place when you got a strong culture to where, hey, we're going to get through this and we're going to get through this together. Until we do, I need you to do this. And they just stepped right up and did it. So we remodeled some of our buildings, we refreshed some of our stuff, reorganized how we do things. We really freshened our business quite a bit. And then as people started resigning from their jobs because of other things, fear that they're having to deal with public or whatever else, when the Great Resignation hit, it really put people out there in the marketplace that are very capable individuals. It wasn't necessarily that they all don't want to work or they're whatever. There was some of that, but that's when you got to really have something to latch on to. There's really opportunity to go out and get some good talent that is just looking for a career path. They was at a job that they felt like was dead end, and because it was dead end and because it put them at risk, they wanted to leave. So it allowed us to really strengthen our business as well with picking up some of those people from the Great Resignation. And we've grown in double digits each year since I've been here, including the pandemic years. And that's a pretty astounding
yes, it is.
to grow at that rate.